I've been given a task. I'm not gonna lie, it's quite an impossible task. My name is your dad. Oh, I'm really gonna regret that. And in today's video, I'm going to be deciding between who wins $1,000 and who hates me the most. CA3D Studios has sponsored this video. In fact, they sponsored this entire contest. CA3D Studios is a Patreon where they design 3D sculpts just like this, and you can receive them every single month over on Patreon. Once you've received your digital files, you can print them on a resin printer, and some of them can even be printed in FDM. And if you paint them nice enough, you can even put them on the shelf. Some people are even good enough that they do competitions with their painting of their models. And this is one of those competitions that CA3D Studios has put forth into the atmosphere, and 3 people can only win. Well, one of them will win, 2 of them will be the second best winners, and third best winners. I bet the other 9 will unsubscribe after this. This is because I have been asked to choose the winners of this competition. The final 12 have already been chosen by CA3D Studios, and it is my task to pick the final 3. Let me explain to you the problem with making a video such as this. I need to make something like this be at least a little bit entertaining. And the only way I can possibly think of making anything entertaining is to introduce a twist. I need to now. I'm getting rid of 6. I'm sorry. Okay, I mean, there's clear things that stand out to me. There's things that I like, but it's what I like. Why do you make me do this? You're going. Holy crap, that's hard. I don't want to do it. It's you. I want to put one back. You all win. We're all the winner. I didn't want to get rid of one, but fate got them, dude. I feel so bad. I'm taking one away. I don't like this, dude. Why are they doing this to me? It's so difficult that it's not the easiest of things for anyone. I'd just like to say a special thank you to CA3D Studios for sponsoring this video, because without them, I wouldn't be able to keep the lights blind marbles. Right now, I have no winner in my mind. I have absolutely no idea. I like them all. If it was up to me, I would pick every single one of them.
So what made you cut so many so fast?
Basically, there's 12 people that have been chosen as finalists. Only 3 of them can win, and realistically, I can't give everybody the win as much as I want to, so I had to get rid of 6.
Okay, so what were the specific reasons for cutting those ones?
I went based on a overall appearance of the photograph. Unfortunately, annoyingly, photography is the thing that's going to cut you out.
You've already chosen on general appearance. What's your next criteria?
Don't know, but let's get an ice cream and think about it. I'm gonna get me a really big ice cream, bro. We're gonna have it in my bed, bro. That's the worst idea. Whose idea was it? But now that I got my insides cooled down, it's back to the studio. Now that we have got everything down to the final 6, it's time for me to judge this based on the technical ability of the artist that painted the model. And I think there is only one way I can really do this, and I think I'm going to need some help. And I'm going to get that help from a professional painter known as Matt Morozic. What we've got to do is we've got to get it down to 3. Let's start on those statues. Spawn and Venom. Looking at the images, you can see all the small ones and everything. Who is getting through to the next round?
What I like about the Spawn and Venom, I love the way Venom's painted.
These photos look really good, but that is also a problem when it comes to, you know, judging how it looks, because they look good, but that's because it's smoothed off by the ISO and the fact that it's in the dark and things like that.
My initial thought is I think Spawn is a better overall paint job.
We're not going to dwell on it anymore. As much as I love Spider-Man, Spider-Man is out.
Now, I'm not a miniature painter, but I have judged minis with the help of someone who is a miniature painter, so I know what to look for. So out of those three, my top two would be Sylvanas and then Hades.
On Tinkerbell, I feel like the painting style is extremely painterly.
Very, yeah. Oh, yeah.
It's really difficult to pull that off without it looking like a mess. Are we gonna move her out of this because of that?
Well, now that you mention that, but she looks like a watercolor. You're right. When you zoom out and look at her as a whole, it looks like she looks like an oil painting or a watercolor to me.
And technical ability makes that difficult to do.
No, I think you're right. I think that you mentioned that. I think you're totally right on that.
The lady with the ears, she has a lot of painted light. That's actually also very difficult to do. But at the same time, it's also on Hades.
Right. So again, I think what draws me to Hades is kind of the same thing what drew me to Spawn. There's some OSL going on with some of the flames coming off the base, especially when you take the photo where it's not against the blacks in the painter's hand. You don't lose any of that. So you know it's not the photography that's creating these effects.
We need to decide between Sylvanas, Morrigan, and Tinkerbell.
Okay, let me look at Morrigan again. The hair is great because it's got, I'm not sure if it's a metallic or if that's painted in.
As beautiful as it is, the artwork is incredible, but unfortunately someone has to win and someone has to lose. You know what irritates me is that most of these top pieces are better than what I could do.
So there's two photos that are selling me on this. The back shot of the wings, see all the veining in the wings and the shading and just the dimensionality in the wings. And again, I don't know if the water droplets are painted on or if they're clear acrylic or what, but so I'm leaning towards Tinkerbell.
It's a very difficult decision, and genuinely I was stressing even when I looked at all of them as a whole. Honestly, Sylvanas is painted incredibly well. Tinkerbell has been painted better.
In the order of my favorites would probably be Tink, Hades, and then Spawn.
I want to put one back. Now that Matt helped me get it down to the final three, it's time to introduce the next twist, which is the wild card. During the initial picking phase, there was things I wanted to bring back already, and after speaking to Matt, there was definitely something that I wanted to bring back to introduce the wildcard, because of course, remember, entertaining video. I gave the wildcard and the final three to the only person I could think of, and that person is on my complete list of people to choose from. Introducing Zumikito, another accomplished model painter.
To be honest, I had a look beforehand, but all of them are freaking amazing. So let's start with the Tinkerbell. I really like this one because it has atmosphere. So for example, if you look at the leg, and I mean the entire miniature really, there are hints of blue and yellow all over the place, and that's absolutely lovely. Now this one is just classic because of course I know it because this is my childhood. This piece is not super smooth or seamless, but I actually really like that. You can see brushstrokes, but those are very intentional and used in a smart way. Now this particular piece seems to be the biggest model from the ones I have seen so far. In theory, this is technically perfect because I don't really see any mistakes, any problem with the model, although I wouldn't say that there is anything wrong or what I would call a mistake, but there is still so much room to push it further. Now this miniature is absolutely lovely. And there is such a nice contrast in colors and in value. I really like how the top of the miniature is very light and the bottom is barely visible. There are subtle hints of different colors in the shades of the skin tone. Which one of the four will not continue anymore? It's gonna be this entry. Although it is really nice, I just enjoy the other pieces so much more. And out of these final three, which one do I think deserves the third place? You know what? I really do enjoy the Hades diorama, and I really like the focal points and the clever use of colors and artistic brushstrokes. So this won't get the third place. Between the Morrigan model and Tinkerbell, the third place belongs to Tinkerbell. And you know what? It's not because I don't enjoy the Tinkerbell model, but I think that the Morrigan model has better definition and I just enjoy it more. But hey, third place is still really, really good. And I'm excited to see who's gonna be the winner.
I just want to slow this completely down. Just for 2 minutes. Maybe not 2 minutes, because that's very long in video terms. I'm not going to ramble. I just want to say anyone who made it to the top 12, amazing work. Everybody did some fantastic work. I did notice some of the artists had way bigger followings than some of the others. None of that was even mentioned. I didn't even show any of that to anyone. I also asked for help from some other well-known artists, some in the statue field, some in the miniature field, and I really trust and value their opinions. So hopefully my opinion is valued just as much. And now it's obviously time for me to pick who I think is the winner of the $1,000 prize from CA3D Studios. And that's gonna be the Hades model is the winner. You're the winner, broski. You won $1,000. So I guess that's how you win $1,000 in a model painting competition. Also, just so you know, that also means that Morrigan has then won $500, and the next obviously person in line is the Tinkerbell, and that's $250 freaking dollars. What an amazing thing. I am honestly super tired after making this video. It's taken a couple of days to make. I'm gonna show you all the entrants in full now. Also, obviously I'm gonna thank my Patreons, because without the Patreons, we all know that I can't blind my eyeballs every single week. And also, if you are getting off the toilet right now, you should probably wash your hands, say hello to your grandmother for me, and if you didn't like anything you saw, then off.
Pour in the resin, load up the slice.